Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Get started. Facing the east, giving all praises, honor, and glory be to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well, and sincerity taught us His truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. It's your brother Yerami Kazak back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Akakadash. As always, Yahawah is the Father's true name. That means He is, He exists. Yahawashi is the Son's true name. That means He saves, He delivers. And Rakakwadash is how you say a spirit that's holy, a spirit that's set apart. Okay. Now we're going to get into this today. And this will basically be entitled the alien agenda. Okay. Or the alien narrative. However you want to piece it together. All right. Because it's Jake's out here, man. That's going to fall for the okie doke, man. All right, and I told you many times before, okay? I had a Jake this morning send me a video talking about some damn reptilians, man. And I'm about to get on his head, man. You know, I already told him. And it be those Jakes. Well, you see they look, you know, they be like on the fringe, you know? They be trying to tiptoe on the doctrine. They be trying to say certain things. And I'm like, man, you it's like a red flag that you ultimately gonna go off. It doesn't necessarily mean they're 2/3. We don't know who 2/3 is or 1/3. You could be a 2/3. You understand? So it's just, that's why let's get a precept pertaining to that. You know, because anybody could be whatever. Now, this is Ecclesiastes 7:5. It is better to hear rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. So it's better for us to go forth and rebuke an individual and you know, correct them. And you said, nope, not. You could be. You don't know. You don't know what you are. You understand? I don't know what I am. You know? You could be in this thing. We saw brothers be in this thing 10 years, 15 years, fall out, go back into the world. Go take a bag. Y'all truly don't know. Y'all don't understand how the Most High works, man. All right? Look at. You better read 1 Samuel. Read about Saul. How Saul he had the Holy Spirit on him. He was the king. And then the Most High eventually took the Holy Spirit from him. You know? Think about Judas. Judas had the Holy Spirit. Judas was out preaching, prophesying, healing people, doing things of that nature. He had all the secrets and the mysteries. Then the Most High put Satan on him and had him do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that right there, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You know what I'm saying? So none of us know. As a matter of fact, let's get another precept. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 10:12. For we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves, but they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. So we don't ever make ourselves of the number. You'll never hear a brother say, yeah, I'm of the elect. Never. You never hear a brother say he's chosen. All right? So getting back to what I was saying, you have certain red flags that individuals will show, certain characteristics that they simply have to fix. Now, you know, a wise man loves, he takes the rebuke. Okay? But a wicked man is going to flee from a rebuke. This is Proverbs 9, and I start at 7. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, And he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. So we all have flaws and things that we have to correct. Romans 3:23, we all have sinned, you know, and we all have worldly ways that we have to correct and fix, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind, all right? And it's best if you knew that you just sit back, take notes. You know, you just sit back, take notes, and learn. Do as we did. We shut the fuck up. We just learned, you know? All right? So let's get into this video, man. You know, until you get past the milk stage, all right? So let's get into this video that this individual sent me, okay, talking about some damn reptilians, man. I'm like, man, like, come on, bro. Like, all right, let's get it.
And I'm here today with the Israelite sister, Shalawam. And I'm here today with the Israelite sister, and she's gonna share her testimony about a family member in the South. I'll just leave it at that, in the South, where, was he a great-grandmother?
Great-aunt.
A great-aunt, a black woman, killed, dead, a reptilian. Now, some may be in disbelief of the whole reptilian agenda. Some people may not believe it. Some people think it's a myth, and while others think it's real. But here we have from our own community an Israelite sister, not somebody.
All right, first and foremost, think. What does that imply? That you're moving on your own mind. Okay? This is Proverbs 3:5. Trust in Yahawah with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Okay? And furthermore, let's get Jeremiah. Because all you thinkers, man. Y'all some thinkers, huh? Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? You think. Your opinion. We go to the scriptures, man. What does the scriptures say about these type of things? Scriptures doesn't talk about no damn reptilians. It don't talk about no damn Anunnaki. It don't talk about no Nordics. It don't talk about no Greys. It don't talk about none of that. So you individuals out here think. Okay, that ain't it. And this individual posted this, and this ain't even the dude on his page, but he posted a bugged out Israelite from another camp. You know, when this is why we telling you, brothers, bro, if you watching Great Millstone, just watch Great Millstone. Okay? Stop going out here to these bugged out ass Israelites. They gonna fuck you up.
The Gentile nation or outsider, but somebody within the community. And as Israelites, we wouldn't make up stories to one another about something like this. So she's gonna go and give her account of what her great aunt experienced in the 50s when this event took place. And you can go ahead and start.
Okay, my great aunt relayed this story to me. It was in the late 80s, and my mom and I had gone to visit her to check on her to see how she was doing. She was sitting outside on her front porch, so we were talking, and she always kept her rifle, her double-barrel shotgun, right next to her in her rocking chair. My mother was joking with her about the gun, and she said, yeah, I always keep my gun with me because something happened way back a long time ago. And she said, I'm going to tell y'all this story. And she said, it's God, as she called him, is my witness. I swear for God, I'm not lying. So she said it was back in the 50s. She said one night, she and her husband was in the house, and he was asleep because they were farmers. And she said the dog dog started barking, the pigs started doing what they do, oinking, and the cows started mooing, and she said the animals just went crazy on their farm. And they had a lot of animals, not just cows and pigs, they had ducks, they had everything. And so she said that they were just screaming like something was going on. She said she tried to get her husband to go outside and see, and he told her, oh, it's nothing, just leave it alone, just go to bed. So she said, no, something going on, the animal's going crazy. So she grabbed her shotgun and she went out to the porch. And she said she didn't see nothing immediately, but then she looked down toward the barn, and where there was a big pond on the side of the barn, and she said she saw a frog man, is what she described him, coming up from the side of the barn. And she said it was walking toward her, and she said it wasn't that tall. She stood about maybe 5'4", so she said it was a little bit taller than her, but she said he had webbed hands, and she said he was walking straight to her, and she yelled for it to stop, and she said it kept walking. So she said she stepped off her porch, and she took her double-barrel shotgun and she shot it dead.
And to interject for a second, she described that the blood of the reptilian was green.
So then her husband heard the shotgun go off. He came outside. Now, they were elderly at this point, because in the 80s, when she was relaying this story, I think she was in her 80s at that point, but so it was early 50s. So she was already in her 50s because they was raising their grandchildren. And she said that she was afraid for the family. And she said when her husband came outside, that was my great-uncle, my great-grandfather's brother, she said he stepped off the porch and she said, look, I done killed something, it's not human. So they walked out there to the side of the barn, and she said they had killed, she said she called it the frog man, but I know it to be a reptilian. And at that point, when she was relating that story to me, I had never heard anything like that before. And she kept saying, as God is my witness, I swear for God, I'm not telling a lie. This is the honest God's truth. And so, and she wasn't known in the community anyway to be someone who lied. She always was an honest and upright woman. And so she said, her and her husband, my great-uncle, she said they buried that thing, because we asked, well, where was it? She said they buried it right down there where they killed it, near the barn. And so after they buried it, then the animals got quiet again. And of course, I'm going to deviate for a minute. You know that they always tell you to watch nature, and that's what we have to do. Like when the tsunami hit in Indonesia in 2004, they reported that days before it hit, that the dogs and cats and all the animals had gone up into the mountains because they are in tune with the Creator, so they know to flee in instances like that. Well, her animals, they were trying to give off a warning signal, and so they knew something bad was there. But so anyway, they killed it and they buried it. He told her not to tell anybody that story. So she said she didn't tell anybody. So she said about a month later, a little bit less than a month, she said it was nighttime again, and they were in their bed. And she said this time, this blue light came over the whole house, and they lived in what you call one of those little bitty shacks long time ago. In the countryside, way in the country. They had like several hundred acres of land. Their land is still in my family today. And so she said this time her husband got up with her, and the animals went crazy again. So she said they went out there with both of their shotguns, went to the porch, and they saw what they called a UFO. A flying saucer.
Now, was it in the air or was it on the ground?
It had landed on the ground beside the pond.
Okay.
So she said it was on the ground, and she said it opened up, and she said, oh, they coming to kill us because we done killed this thing. She said they came off the ship, and she said they went straight to the mound where they had buried this thing, and they put their hand over the ground, and this dead frog man thing that she killed, it just came up out of the ground. It wasn't alive. It was flat and it was dead. But they took that thing and they put it on the ship. Then she said they went over to the pond and they raised up their hands, and a spaceship came out of their pond. Now, their pond was bigger than a regular-sized pond. It was almost the size of like a small lake. But she said it had flown. That's how he, I guess, got there. It had flown into the bottom of the lake. And if any of you all keep up with some of the stories that other countries recount about the UFOs, they'll tell you that some people, especially over China and the Asian areas, spot them with their spaceships coming up out of the deep water. So they got the spaceship out of the water, and she said, and they looked at them, didn't do anything, didn't say anything, didn't come toward them, got back on the ship and zoomed back into the sky. And she said, for the longest, she didn't tell anybody. She said, but she told a couple people later on that said she was crazy. So she was just telling my mom and I that to let us know that that's why she always kept her double-barrel shotgun right next to her. Even she said, when I go to the chicken coop, anywhere, I always, because I don't know if they ever going to come back. And that's what she said.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So here you having it. A real life testimony of an Israelite sister whose family member have come in contact with what we know today as a reptilian and killed it in the 50s, buried it. They came back and got the body and the UFO and left. And this is in the 50s, not too far right after the Roswell incident. Just to put that out there. So with that, I'd like to say peace and blessings and catch you on the next documentary. Shalom.
It be these bugged out ass camps. Bugged out ass camps, man. Okay? And this dude, I've been watching him for a minute. I actually follow, I don't want to follow bro on this page, but for the most part, he was doing good. He was posting little videos and stuff, depictions. He don't really do no lessons. He just posts depictions. All right. But then it be certain things he be like, be like spirit kind of weird. And then this was it. He posted this morning and he had the nerve to send this to me. That's the spirit though. You sent this to me. So I was like, what are you doing, bro? You going off. Okay. Now, let's go into the scriptures. And furthermore, let's read Jeremiah 17:9 again, man. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Okay? Them motherfuckers lying. Okay? I'm at the end of the day, they lying. Alright? So now you wanna account the UFOs to reptilians, Greys, Nordics, Anunnaki. That's the same narrative that Esau has been pushing. That's why this dude said it wasn't not too long after the Roswell incident. Y'all been paid off, man, to come with this narrative. All right? These false camps, whether it be IURC, ISUPK, GOCC, whoever it be, okay? They are aligned with the government, so they're going to come with that alien agenda, that alien narrative. You understand? Now, let's go into the flesh. Okay? Because this, once again, what I say, we stick to the Bible, man. We stick to the scriptures. Okay? This is 1 Corinthians 15:39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh for men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. Okay? Men, beasts, fishes, birds. Where ain't no aliens. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. So you have celestial bodies, which, what is the celestial body? That's the Anunnaki, Hawk. That's the reptilians. No, it ain't, bro. That's the aliens. Nah. That's what somebody would say. That's the angels. Okay? The Halalyam. Our brothers and sisters that's in the celestial, that's in the next dimension. But like I just said it kind of serious, that's how they coming. The celestial, that's the aliens. Don't you know? Anunnaki, they coming back. Bro, if you believe this shit, you a bigger fool than I thought. Okay? You're falling right into the hands of Esau. Because you're not only, this whole time, you've been posting nothing but, Yahawashi, all right, Bible scriptures, all of this, Yahawashi, like, you've been on the right path. I'm thinking you reading and you doing what you're supposed to do, and then you wake up and this spirit jumps on you. Reptilians. Come on, man. You see how easily an individual can get pulled out of the truth? Now I hope the brother takes this rebuke and takes this correction. Okay? But this ain't it. This is not it, man. And then you got followers. You call yourself primordial 12 Israelites. So you're going to have Jake following you. And if Jake follows you, they're going to watch this. And listen how it starts.
Shalawam, and I'm here today with the Israelite sister.
Boom. This is marketed to Israelites. This reptilian narrative is marketed to Israelites. Telling them that the reptilians and all that is real and they got chariots. Okay? Yeah. As the brother said, that be the type of Jake that only come to the lives and no independent study. So I want, man, what are you doing on your off time? What are you doing? And I ain't seen the brother in the live in a minute. So this is what he's obviously doing. When y'all are not around, when you're not studying and reading and growing, what are you doing with your life? You giving time to studying aliens, bro? You giving time to looking up into reptilians and things of that nature? Whoever this Israelite is that you found this video from, whoever this is.
And I'm here today, Shalawam.
See, I can't really tell.
And I'm here today with the...
But this individual is who you've been watching versus watching Great Millstone. So this bugged out ass shit is what you're eating now. And if you want to eat that, keep eating that, bro. Go ahead, go into all of that shit. Don't come back over here. I'm going to be honest with you. We ain't, bro. This is the fourth quarter, man. You want to play on the right team? Play on the right team. You don't want to, stay your ass over there. You switching up in the fourth quarter. That's crazy. There are also celestial bodies, the Halalyam, the angels, and bodies terrestrial. That's us. But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Okay? So it ain't no such thing as aliens. It ain't no such thing as reptilians, Nordics, Greys, Anunnaki. Now, furthermore, you a plant. And I'm just saying it, I hope you not. But it's looking like you a plant. Because, like I said, I've been watching you, okay, the whole time going back, you posting the Jacob and the Esau's, you posting stuff. You posting stuff. The bloodline of Shem, etc., Leviathan, etc. But when this UFO shit come out and Esau is doing his so-called disclosure, you run this narrative?
Shalawam, and I'm here today with the Israelite sister.
That seems strange and fishy as hell. Extremely weird. So when Esau comes out with the alien agenda, you come with the alien agenda. You're going to have agents that's in the midst of us, man. Okay? At the end of the day, you're going to have aliens that's in the midst of us. All right? Let's get that. And, hey, Hampson, whatever your name is, bro, I'm not about to call you that. Just chill out in the comments, bro, because I don't really know you. And you haven't posted one precept the whole lesson. Okay? You see, like my brother Kakuma, he posts precepts. Stop posting kind, bro. Actually, you want to help the lesson. Like I told you kind of earlier, I gave you a warning, man. post precepts, support in that way. This ain't no group chat. You know, we not even just in here talking. You know what I'm saying? And it's a military order. It's a structure. You know, it's teaching you the correct way and the proper way. If you watch the elders on YouTube, we don't be in there just saying things. We be in there posting precepts. This is how we're taught. This is the proper way. You know. So this is Galatians 2. And I'll start at 1. Then 14 years after I went up again to Jerusalem with Barnabas, and took Titus with me also, and I went up by revelation, and communicated unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should run or had run in vain. But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised, and that because of false brethren, unawares, brought in, who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in Hamashiach Yahawashi, that they might bring us unto bondage. And this is furthermore why we have to prove individuals. Well, I don't care if you're an Israelite. Okay, great. But what kind of Israelite are you? That has to be proven over time. And that has to continually be proven. Ongoing. Like I said, man, we got brothers that be in and they fall out. Okay? Etc., etc. You know, we done been through it. All right? So, are you here to spy out our liberty? You got these type of individuals, man. Okay? All right? I don't know you either. Loving life. It's a lot of new Israelites coming, man. I don't know. All right? But like I said, to you too, man, post precepts. If you ain't got no moderator badge, oh no, y'all niggas. I don't trust y'all, man. All right. Keeping it going. Let's read that again. And that because of false brethren, unawares brought in, who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we had in Hamashiach Yahawashi, that they might bring us into bondage. Okay? So you have spies. Just how we looked at this video and she's like, swear to God and all of this, you know, and she's talking about all these damn stories and stuff. She could easily be paid off to push this narrative. Anybody could go forth and say, yeah, my grandma saw aliens. If she took a bag, anybody could run that narrative. You understand? So this is why we have to stick to the scriptures, man. Stick to the scriptures in everything that we do. Okay? Let's get that. And this is Matthew 24 and 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. All right? At the end of the day, if it were possible. So this is what we're saying. Okay? It's if you're not of the elect, it's going to be possible to fool you. This is why, to both of you individuals, Loving Life and the Hebrew dude, this is why I'm telling y'all, bro, come in the right way, the correct way. The brother Kakama already posted it. John 10 and 1. Let me go get that. If you don't come in the right way, in the correct way, and you coming in whatever way you want to come in, then it's not going to work out for you. Verily, just John 10 and 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. All right. Now to support that, furthermore, this is James 1 and 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. That's why I furthermore said that this is not a group chat. This is not a place where we're assembling just to talk. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. I go talk to my rib. I go talk to my kids. You know, I talk to brothers on the phone. You know, I'm not coming on here to talk. I'm coming on here to teach. All right? So you should come on here with the same mindset to learn, to take notes, to support the lesson by providing precepts. You know, brothers that have moderator badges, they can make these inputs because they doing what they supposed to do. They teaching, they going out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a certain order that we move by, that we've been shown by the elders. Okay? So that's how we move, bro. And exactly, Nakoff. That's why I said I'm not calling that brother that. Like, that shit is weird, bro. I'm going to say this for the record. This brother's name is Handsome Hebrew. Okay? I've been seeing that shit like, yo, you don't think that's kind of weird, bro? You know? But hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Let me get one more precept. This is Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou go up to the house of power, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before power. For power is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words. In the same reference
You're the born.
with this video, okay? You posting, this is okay, posting this stuff. That's fine. But then you're posting something that's off topic, that's bugged the fuck out, and you acting like you can bring some new information that the elders ain't never covered. This individual, basically, you like, well, I think the elders missed this, man. About the reptilians, bro. You let me post this video. Let me go into the reptilians, bro.
Since they was raising.
It's reptilians out there, bro. No, man. Ain't no such thing as no damn little aliens, man. Okay? So for you individuals that have that mindset where you think you can do a better job than the elders that came before you, you already bugged out. You had that intention in your heart when you came into this thing. You like, oh yeah, these brothers preaching, but I can do a better job. No, you fucking can't. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi established these brothers. He put them in that position. He put the fire in them to preach every single day. If it was supposed to be you, it would have been you. It ain't you, though. And ain't nobody saying that to boast. The elders ain't saying that to boast, but they have the spirit upon them. Therefore, they are higher in rank in this military which we are in. All right? Like I was saying, man, once again, in the military, like I'm gonna go back to the military when I you know, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Like, bro, and a E1 is not really talking to a E6. You not, hey man, chief talking, you shutting up. All right? That's it. You know? You talk amongst your peers, you talk amongst, you know what I'm saying? It's a order of things. So it's just the chain of command. It's how you learn, like what is it? A courtesy and customs. You learn the courtesy and customs. Especially when we do these lessons. These things are serious, man. Because you could fall out and you could start believing in reptilians, Anunnaki, Nordics, and Greys, because that's what Esau is pushing right now. So
their grandchildren.
We're identifying this individual as being an agent, which I hope you not. This could just be a mistake. This could just be one of those thoughts that you was running on and you was like, man, you know, I think this is it. And that's a demon that's messing with you. And you have to be rebuked and correct on this. All right? Or you might be sent by Esau to cause confusion. Okay? If you out here and you got a name that has anything to do with Israel, Israelites, anything to do with that, bro, you better make sure you coming correct. All right? We ain't no truth seekers either. Ain't nobody no truth seeker. We have the truth. We ain't seeking the truth. The truth is in the scriptures. All right? So, and furthermore, think about everybody that you're reaching. You may not think that's a lot of people, but that's 1,300. That's 1,344 souls that you're reaching, bro. Think about 1,344 people in front of you. Just think about, it's 6 people in here right now. Think about 6 people in front of me. That's important. Y'all be like, it's not a lot of people. That's a lot of people. That's 6 souls. And then those souls branch out to their families. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. Do you understand how many people you could reach that quick? Y'all people don't actually think about this, man. You know? I check his views. His views is basically basic. 249, 345. That's why I said I hope that this is just a mistake. It's just a spirit that jumped on the brother that he got to rebuke. He got to correct. Because he tends to post things that's aligning with the truth. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, it's just, that's why I read, rebuke a wise man and he shall love thee. So, hey, if you show yourself to be wise, you'll take the correction, you'll take the rebuke, and you'll come back the proper way. Brothers giving, like we told the handsome dude to change your name, because ain't nobody about to be calling you that, all right? Ain't nobody about to be calling you that, man. So it's a certain way. Let's get a precept. This is 1 Corinthians 14, and I'll start at 33. For power, Yahawah is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. So therefore, in our lessons, in the way that we do things, you don't never see all these people on a panel doing all this debating. You don't never see that over here. We run our lessons properly and correctly, and that's how we control our households. That's how we control our life. Everything is done without confusion. Okay? It makes for a better life. You see all these individuals and they bringing everybody up. Boom, boom, boom. And they just debating and talking and it's toxic and they arguing. Their life is in shambles. Their life is full of toxicity because their internet life is full of toxicity. They don't know how to carry themselves, man. Those are not the individuals, man. Verse 34, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. This is a simple order. It's a simple commandment. Let your women be silent in the churches. What is a church? An assembly in the public. What is social media? It's a public platform. What are we doing right now? We're assembled. So therefore, your women should what? Should be silent in here. All that we allow is, hey, Shalawam, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak. First of all, if you don't know how to properly salute, and it's some brothers that come in here and you don't salute, you got to know how to properly salute, man. That's why it's order, man. It's not something that you just, oh, yeah, I'm an Israelite, bro. Okay, you are Israelite. Okay, well, now you need to learn the customs of our people. You need to learn the proper way and what you need to be doing. So I'm going to write this down for anybody. All right. So you could put Shalawam Ak, Shalawam Malak, whatever you want to, whoever you're addressing. All right. Or Shalawam Zaquan. Okay. And then it would be Yahawah. Bahasham. Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham. Okay? Or if you're addressing everybody, it'll be Barak, Ahtham. So right here, Shalawam, peace, brother, or peace, king, or peace, elder, Yahawah, the Father's name, in the name of Yahawashi, the Son, Barak, bless, you, Ahtham, or Ahtham, you all. Okay? So Shalawam Ak, Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham. That is how you properly salute when you come in or when you see a brother. So So that right there is Israelite 101, basic. Off the rip, basic. You know, if you don't say I never taught you nothing. So 1 Corinthians 14 and 35. And if they, the women, if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. Okay? So furthermore, it's shameful. You see a lot of our women now, they have platforms, and I'm talking about just women in general, you know, of our nation. They have platforms, they're speaking, they're preaching, they're talking, they're doing podcasts, they're showing their bodies off. You know, they're doing anything, like a brother said earlier, anything for a story. They're doing anything for views. They're being queens. Quean, a whore, a desire of attention. So that's what they're doing. All right, that's what we see going on, taking place. Because it's no hedge of protection. It's no, they have too much liberty. They have too much freedom. This is what happened when a nation, you know, lose men. When the men are not in control. When the men are not doing what they're supposed to do. And that's according to the scriptures, a woman shall compass a man. All right, they just restricted my live. So whatever, man. You know, I'm about to wrap it up anyway. Fuck you, TikTok. All right. Verse 36. What came the word of power out from you, or came it unto you only? Perfect. Because going back to this lesson, you the only one that know this knowledge, bro? You the only one that's got a revelation on some what the fuck we talk about? Anunnaki or reptilians? You the only one? No. Whatever you covering right now, even whatever I'm covering right, bro, this has already been covered by the elders. I can find you a video based upon order. I can find you a video based upon aliens, reptilians, if it's real or not. So all we doing, we're laboring in the labors of men that already labored. We just going forth and carrying it on. That's all we're doing. So don't go forth and mess up the work that was already laid down. You walk into other men's labors. So how you gonna come with a different order? Going back to the military, you have a thing called watch, where you have to stand watch. Now on watch, you have to what? You have a watch bill, a post, and a brother goes forth and he has to write down his name. Like I write down my name. I, Yahawashi, take charge of this post at, it's 10:34. Okay? And then anything that happens on post, I write it down. Like Scoffer came in, Mocker came in, boom, boom, boom. I write it down. I note it. I annotate it. Okay? And then a brother comes and relieves me. All right? And I write, I, Yahawashi, give over this post to Nakaf. Okay? Or Kakama. And then they stand watch and they write down and they note anything that's going on. So they have to take over the labor that I just labored in. You have to be serious about this watchman position, about this post. Don't come in with your own way. Oh yeah, man, I ain't about to greet nobody. I ain't about to, I'm gonna come in a different way. All right? Yeah, I'm tribe of Judah and I'm Issachar. Like what? This is what we see. Jake be saying the foolish shit. It should be a show called Jake Say the Darndest Shit, man. You tribe of Judah and Issachar. Where in the scriptures did it say that? Yeah, brother said, yeah, they was called field notes when I did security. Exactly. So you have to pass this on. That labor that you labored in, you pass it on to the next brother on watch. It's no different order. All right? Brother got the weapon. He hand you the weapon. Now you stay in your position. Now you stay in your post. He got the vest. He hand you the vest. All we doing is passing the baton. That's all the elders is doing in a sense. And they still teaching. They still preaching. So we have to walk in a similar way, man. We can't go and change doctrine. We can't go and change salutes. We can't go and change feast days. Change things of that nature. So back to this brother, man, primordial 12 Israelites. If you are serious about this truth, which, hey, I thought you was, and I pray you are, because we don't want to see no brother fall out, and everything you've been posting up to this point, it was pretty solid. I be seeing it, but this right here,
Shalom.
Because something happened.
this reptilian shit, this is not solid. And you already got 17 likes on it. So you already got 17 minds that, are they believe in this shit. And that's 17 souls that you got to correct. All right? So it would be necessary for you to make a correction video on this because this is wrong. Okay? You need to do that because this ain't it, bro. You leading people off. Got them believing this shit. Jacob believe anything, man. His bio says undeniable truth seeker. Undeniable truth seeker. So, hey, for the record, what we done brought out today is it's no such thing as reptilians. It's no such thing as, I got you, as Anunnaki. It's no such thing as Nordics. It's no such thing as Greys. Okay? He said, check this out, Israelite family. What do you think of this story? And that goes back into think. You're using your mind. You're using your heart. Well, I feel, y'all Jakes, man, y'all want to have an AA meeting, man. I feel, this ain't therapy. We are not your therapist. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm about to give you the truth. You understand? I don't care what you feel. I feel like y'all should be nicer to these bug outs. Fuck them. And fuck you if you feel like that. Because you most likely a bug out too. I feel like you should stop cussing. Fuck you. I feel. Hey, man. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you, man. 1 Corinthians 14:37. Hey, Salakia for my language, man. But for real, though. Okay? If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. So, hey, after 2 admonitions, brother posted the precept earlier, I'm going to get it. We rebuke you, we correct you. You don't want to take it. You want to continue to push reptilian, Anunnaki, Nordic, Greys. You want to push that alien narrative. Okay, man, I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to let you be. Go ahead, do your thing. I'm not there for you no more. I'm not in your corner. I'm not rocking with you no more. You leave that behind, you repent, you come back, I'm right there for you. All right? But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophecy, and forbid not to speak with tongues. Let all things be done decently and in order. If you can speak in tongues, which that simply means you can speak a different language, you can speak the Lashawan Kodash, which is the holy tongue. Okay? You don't do it in a sense of where you're trying to, embarrass or just to show off. When we speak, every time we say Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, we break it down what it means in the beginning of the video. You know what I'm saying? So we're giving you a full understanding of the tongues that we speak. When we go into Hebrew prayers, Hebrew curses, all right, we'll give you a full understanding of what we mean. So we're not speaking in tongues just to boast like some do, because some do. We doing things decently and in order. Let everything be done to edify. Let everything be done to edify. It may be someone out here that's thinking I'm picking on this individual or something, but no, this is a major bug out. This is a major, I'm not saying he's a major bug out, but this is a major mistake because this is leading our people into that alien narrative that Esau is coming with. All right. Let me get some of these precepts, man. Exactly, bro. Why you ask what the sheep think, you're supposed to tell the sheep what it is. And that furthermore like I said, he had a couple red flags in his spirit, you know. So if you got those red flags, you need to address them before another brother has to come and address them. All right? To that handsome Hebrew dude, I don't see you in here anymore. You know, maybe you got offended. To the loving life individual, I don't see you in here anymore. Maybe you got offended. But that would be your red flags that y'all need to address. Being able to take correction. And if you can't take correction, then so be it. I don't give a fuck, man. We not here to have fans, bro. Okay? Like, y'all coming in here trying to... No, man. All right? It's one way of doing things, and we're not changing for nobody. Let me get these. Ezekiel 33:8. And it reads, when I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou doest not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. We should have started at 7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me when I say unto the wicked. So, as a righteous man, as a watchman, you need to warn the wicked. If you don't warn the wicked, then the blood is on your hands. This is why we bring these scriptures out. We rebuke and correct. But if a wicked individual doesn't want to take it, then okay, then the blood is on his hand. But if I don't say it at all, then it's on my hands. You know, you with somebody. Let's say you with an individual, man. Y'all go out to eat. This individual ordering shrimp. You need to tell them, hey, bro, you know, we aren't supposed to eat that. All right? Booyah, booyah, booyah. Okay? They want to eat it still? Okay, whatever. Do their thing. But I told them so the blood is off my hands. This has happened a couple times going out with, you know, my mom's, man. You know, she'll eat something, and I'll be like, you know, we aren't supposed to eat that. All right? And then she knows now. Okay? You know, she want to change. That's her. She's a grown woman. You understand? Y'all are grown-ups. Y'all are adults. Going back to this handsome Hebrew dude and loving life. Y'all chose as adults to leave the live after we corrected y'all. You understand? So you jumped in your feeling as an adult, not as a little kid, although it's a childish reaction. Where he telling me, where he muted me, where that's kitty. And it's showing that you're supposed to give brothers the honor and the reverence as Yahawashi, where this thing is serious. If you're not considering that these lessons are serious, then you already lost, man. You already lost. Proverbs 28:10, and we about to wrap it up. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession. That's a beautiful precept. That right there, that's perfect because that's what he's doing with this video. Like, you see the videos before, you know.
The video description of Yahawashi is coming.
Even the voice is kind of weird, but I ain't even jumping on that. But, you know, he has been posting this type of stuff.
We're the gods and goddesses
and
of the universe. We're the gods and goddesses of the universe.
No, we not no goddesses. Ain't no damn goddesses. I can't watch all these shits. Ain't no goddesses out. Ain't no goddess out. Like, and then look, you got these individuals, APTTMH. All right, you know. Yeah, it's AI. It's not him. It's AI. You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, I think AI is lazy. It's a lazy effort, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna jump on that. But
we're the gods and goddesses of the.
We ain't no damn goddesses. Okay, you have gods. Ain't no goddesses. All right. So hey, it's probably a lot more things in his page that I would have to correct. Just now seeing that, you know. And yeah, as the brother said, just hit the button and speak yourself. So it's a lot of things that you got to fix, man. These half-ass lessons that you individuals are doing, these AI, y'all motherfuckers is just like Esau. You use AI to do everything. All right? Use AI to do a lesson. That is not a work. So your whole page, because this whole page is damn near AI. These are not works, bro. You know? Damn near your whole page. All right?
Who or what is God?
And then the AI voice is weird as fuck. It sounds like an Edomite. So furthermore, back to that. This right here, you causeth the righteous to go off in a wicked way, or evil way.
Shalawam.
17 people, you got 5 favorites, you got 9 shares. You know? Come on, man. And then hold up. I posted on here. I said, anybody can tell a stupid story. Bible doesn't support this. You falling for Esau's trap. He said, exactly because they are black melanated beings, as said in... Then why the fuck did you post this? What? What? Man. What? Then why you post it? Hold up, man. I'm going to share this live to him again. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. If you knew that it was wrong, why would you post it? It's something wrong in their heads. It's something wrong in these individuals' heads, man. Be a thinking man. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're putting out. Your reputation, your name. All right? Think about these things. I'm going to give this individual like 2 minutes, if he on here still, to get over here. But if not, you know, the point being made, ain't no such thing as reptilians, ain't no such thing as Anunnaki, etc., etc. All right? And appreciate all the precepts and everything from you brothers, man. All right. I get that 1 Corinthians 1:21. And it reads, for after that is the wisdom of power, the world, by wisdom knew not power. It pleased power by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. AI ain't gonna get you in, bro. Okay? AI is you use AI all you want. Chat GPT go off. You know what I'm saying? It goes off. It'll tell you some bullshit. All right? That's why you got to manipulate it. You got to ask the right questions to get the right answers with Chat GPT. These are Edomite, technologies, man. It's better to trust on the Holy Spirit. You know, it's better to old-fashioned study, get books, research. All right? Hey, use the Google, and then by 2 or 3 witnesses. So you research one thing, you pull up another article, you pull up another witness, you find a book that says it, you confirm it, you verify it. Okay? We ain't just believing no half-ass stories. Because the scriptures does not speak about reptilians. All right? And this individual ain't coming. So, hey, with that being said, man, facing the east, giving all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us the truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. As always, Kwame Yasharahla and a Bible ball. Right? Keep the faith. Shalawam, Shalawam.